All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And peace, love, and salutations to the Akim that's out there laboring, that's out there hopeful elect, that's doing his work in truth and sincerity. And pretty much, this is a video short of a babbling fool, an idiot. All right. This is pretty much the sentiment of E, the pretty much the mediocre joker. What you want to call him these days. All right. Here it is. You got these these red-blooded Edomites, crying and complaining, and pretty much being a coward at the end of the day, because they fail to call out the elephant in the room. Okay, this country is not putting their own issues first. They're pretty much working in the interests of the small hats. And there's pretty much this information that's coming out, but a lot of people don't want to call that out. They want to call out so-called immigrants that's destroying the country. They want to call out DEI. They just try to nitpick at any other thing pretty much, but what's pretty much staring them in the face, and seeing the ultimate narrative, especially with these files coming out, okay, and pretty much how a lot of things are being exposed. And the Lord said that he's going to expose all things, man, before everything's all said and done. All right. But this title here, this is by Tim Dillon of the Tim Dillon Show. Okay. Just a babbling idiot. All right. And the title is, Why Does America Care About Everyone Else So Much? And pretty much, you're under the guise of your so-called manifest destiny. Okay. Which was crafted a long time ago by the elites. All right. And they feel to call these things out. You see? All right. So pretty much he's gonna pretty much crash out on this video short, and pretty much we're gonna hit some scriptures though. But let's listen to what he has to say at the end of the day.
I don't hate Israel. I don't even think they should give Palestinians voting rights. I don't even give a shit. To be honest, I don't give a flying fuck about what the hell's going on. I don't give a fuck about Iran either. Sorry. Throw them out if you don't like them. It has nothing to do with me. And the fact that the idea that I have to give a flying fuck, you should be standing with Iran. Shut the fuck up. Will you shut the fuck up? If they want to throw the bums who run Iran out, throw them the fuck out. But the idea that the United States of America, when people can't afford houses and they can't afford health care, spends all its fucking time talking about the Middle East and fucking Arabs and Jews and religion and the fucking temple and slaughtering the heifer and Iran and Sunnis and Shiites. Get what the fuck is going on? Truly. What the fuck is going on? That we're told, well, is Iran Sunni or Shia? What is happening? Okay? Our own country is being destroyed, and it's going down the toilet. I don't...
Right? And pretty much,
it is real.
That sums up everything. Failing to call the elephant, call out the elephant in the room. Okay? Got something to say about everything. Pretty much, this place has always been pretty much the world police. And, they're going to do what they do. All right. Because why? It's because leeway has been given unto them from on high. Okay. This man is blessing. He's using it to his fullest extent of his capability. Okay. And he's pretty much going to end up destroying himself. That's what he's doing now. And this is why the individual like him and people that's like-minded, like this fool, okay, are pretty much are crashing out. You see, all right. But at the end of the day, they fail to call out the elephant in the room. All right. Now, there's intimate destruction coming to this place, man. Okay, just say the scriptures. All right, and pretty much, these people don't know what the hell's going on. This guy, he just wants to pretty much watch football and sit down and scarf down some damn hoagies all damn day and drink his Budweiser. That's all these guys want to do. Okay, pretty much nothing to see here. Okay, but they're seeing that they're not getting their fair share of the pie, so to speak. Okay, they feel the walls closing in. Okay, with that elephant in it, but still fail to call out the elephant. Again, E being the ultimate coward. Okay, you see, and pretty much, it's gonna be a big free for all, man, before everything's all said and done, man. All right, but let's go to the scriptures real quick, man, because we're going to speak about the demise of what he has loved so much. Okay, and pretty much the tab has to be paid. This the run has ran its course, so to speak. You see, okay. He's crashing out because he's not winning anymore. Okay, he's not winning. Okay, he's understanding that there's a slowdown. Pretty much, the well is run dry. Okay, what these people have benefited off of from the trickling down from the powers that be. That the crumbs that pretty much fell at the master's table. Okay, that privilege has pretty much ran its course, man. Okay, and they have a big problem with it. But guess what? There's nothing they can do about it, man. Okay, neither can they speak up against it, man. Okay, you see? All right, they understand that they still have to pretty much keep their mouth shut, man. Okay, and just take it over the barrel, man. Okay, he wants to call out and and complain about everything else. But what's really controlling things and running things truly, okay. But let's get the scripture real quick. Okay, we're going to go to Revelation the 17th chapter, the doom of Babylon. Okay, because this is Babylon the Great. Okay, and contrary to popular beliefs, these prophecies have not happened yet. People want to say that that was in the past and Babylon was already destroyed but no, these things are surely to come to pass, man. Okay, this is Revelation chapter 17 verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will show thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And this place has been pretty much the world police. Pretty much everybody has drunken of Babylon's wine. Okay, this place has ruled over many people, man. Okay, you see, all right. It controls the skies. Okay, it controls the sea. Okay, the trafficking. All right, they what they say goes pretty much. They still have power to sanction. Okay, that was a big tool that they would use. Okay, to get their way. All right, you see. Okay, this man has pretty much ruled the earth, man. Okay, you see, and it says, right, the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth had committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth had been made drunk on the wine of her fornication, man. And pretty much, this man's plan was always to make, every corner of the earth, like an American ghetto, so to speak, man. Okay, or let's that's what we'll end up with it once he gets his hands on it. You see, okay. But all the earth have committed fornication with this man, okay, in one form or the other, man. You know, making little trade deals, okay, and even lands that have been taken by force, man, okay, and pretty much people have marveled at this whore, you know, you see. But all the kings of the earth have committed fornication with it, man, in one form, one way or the other, you see. Okay, but it says, verse 3, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. You know, and that whore, that woman that's sitting upon that beast is America, man. All right, okay, all right, that scarlet-covered beast, okay, having 7 heads and 10 horns, pretty much represent the EU common markers in NATO, man. Okay, you see, all right, and this is pretty much the second leg of the Roman Empire, man. Okay, the revised version of it, man. Okay, you see, all right, and it says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, and having a golden cup on her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication, man. You know, and the purple pretty much represents that royalty, man. Okay, you know, all the nations of the earth have looked up to this place, man. Okay, all the nations of the earth have inspired to be like this place, man. Okay, and wanted to partake in the customs and the partake in getting the riches of this place, man. You know, this is the great melting pot, okay? But times have changed, man, okay? You see, all right? A shameful spewing is upon the glory of this woman. You see, okay, all right? But at the end of the day, you know, this is still the richest nation on the earth, man. Okay, this is a first world society, man. Okay, and people still treat it as such, man. Because why? It's because even though this place is partly weak and partly strong, okay, it still holds that superpower presence in the earth, man. Okay, all right, and pretty much can still throw its weight around, man. Okay, but what's happening now is that the weak nations are now saying that they're strong. Okay, and now what you having the BRICS being formed and pretty much, you know, Russia being really the head of everything. Pretty much being a guard unto these other nations, man. Okay, with along with the other superpowers with China, man. Okay, you see, so the tide is turning. Okay, all right, and time is running out, man. Okay, so this man has to actually get busy and put forth his manifest destiny, man. Okay, you see, all right. He doesn't care how sloppy it is, and how rushed things that he's doing, the narratives that he's creating. He doesn't care how sloppy it is, man. He just wants to get his way, okay, so to speak, man. Okay, he's pushing towards that goalpost, his goalpost that he's trying to set up, man. That NWO, man. Okay, you see, all right. It says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the great mother of harlots and abominations of the earth, man. You know, people still look at this place as a great mystery, man. Okay, people, you know, you got these so-called scholars that still can't put together that this is Babylon the Great, man. Okay, you see, all right. They may inwardly know it though, but they don't want to outwardly admit it, man. Okay, all right. This prophecy has not happened yet, man. Okay, you see, verse 6, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. Okay, and it's pretty much, man. Hey, this Lord, this woman has been slaughtering the tribes, okay, for centuries, man. Okay, all right, and is also going to persecute the Christians, man. Persecute the martyrs of Yahushua, man. Okay? You see? All right? And it says, and when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And the angel said unto me, wherefore dost thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which have 7 heads and 10 horns. And the beast that thou sawest was and is not, shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. And that's what this place has done. Okay? It ascended out of the bottomless pit. Pretty much, coming through that Renaissance. Okay? All right? That rebirth. Okay? All right? This place fell. Okay? The Rome had fell and pretty much came in the Holy Roman Empire. Okay? Where the pretty much our people had ruled, man, the Dark Ages. Okay? The Holy Roman Empire, man, the Moors. You see? Okay? All right? But pretty much, the Last Stand, pretty much in Granada, all right, they pretty much have regained power. Okay? You see? All right? But this beast, it ascended out of the bottomless pit and shall go into perdition, man. And this is what he's on, man. He's going into destruction mode. Okay? You see? This has always been his agenda from on this second leg, man. The second go around. Okay? You see? And it says, and that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names are not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, that behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. And people are pretty much are going to they go along to get along, so to speak. Okay? They're wondering after this beast. You see? People are going to partake in what it has to offer, man. Okay? All right? Including the MOTB. You see? Okay? Those are the people who are not written in the book of life, man. Okay? All right? These are the ones these are people that dwell upon the earth that's going to wonder. Okay? You see? All right? But pretty much, that's going into what he's crying about. Okay? You see? Why does America care about everyone else so much? Babylon. Okay? You see? All right? Babylon is pretty much taking orders from the puppet master, so to speak. Okay? All right? But you got people like him that's don't want to call it out, man. You see? They don't want to call it out. Okay? You see? All right? From there, let's go to Revelation. Salakia. Let's go to Revelation 6. Verse, let's see, 12. The 6th seal, terror. Right? And I behold, and he opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. And pretty much we know that those ICBMs will be used, man. Okay? All right? That is going to be that great earthquake, man, when those missiles go into the are going to be bathed in heaven, okay, and shall come up down upon Idumea. Okay? All right? Greek way of saying Edom. All right? You see? And it says, and the stars of heaven shall fall unto the earth, even as a tree casts untimely figs, and she shall be shaken of a mighty wind, man. And those missiles coming down, man, from heaven upon the earth, man. Okay? All right? It says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. Every mountain and island were moved out of their place, man. There's not any place that's not going to pretty much feel the presence of those missiles, man. Okay? All right? The scriptures speak about the earth rocking to and fro like a drunkard, man. Okay? And the kings of the earth and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and the rocks of the mountains, and said unto the mountains and the rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. And actually, Yahushai coming back to get his lick back, man. Okay? You see? All right? This is going to be a epic event. And also, this is the day of the Lord, man. Okay? Those missiles also is going to be the day of the Lord, man. Okay? Because the Lord is going to be destroying and going to deliver his people. Okay? All right? Pretty much simultaneously. Okay? All right? And it says, For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? And who's going to be able to stand, man? Besides the elect. You see? Okay? And everybody else that's going to withstand that is going to go in subjection, man. Okay? Point blank period, man. You see? Okay? You know, you got people up here up in arms, and this is the least of your worries right here, man. Okay? All right? All right? You're sitting here worried about these little things. I mean, he says that, you know, he doesn't care about this stuff, though, but he, you know, like I said, he just wants to scarf down a hoagie and sit back in a lazy boy and watch football, man. Okay? You know, with a big gulp. You know, that's the American way, ain't it? You see? All right? A red-blooded Babylonian like him, man, he's content with something like that, man. Okay? As long as he's getting his little, you know, the faucets dripping down, you know, and you know, the crumbs are falling off the master's table pretty much. Okay? You see? You know? He's losing his, the mojo is gone, man. Okay? The privilege is going out the window, man. Okay? You see? He feels that, man. People like him feel that, man. Okay? All right? And then the way that pretty much, you know, society is being governed, okay? All right? They're pretty much are pretty much squeezing out the middle class, man. Okay? And everybody's pretty much feeling it now, man. Okay? All right? All of these economic tactics that are being used is being used to pretty much exercise everybody's resources, man, and have them tapped out at the end of the day. Okay? You see? All right? You can forget about that 401k, man. All right? People take pride in that, man. Okay? You're not going to see a dime of that. Okay? All right? Because that's going right out the window, right along or with this economy, man. Okay? All right? 401k is tied to the stock market, man. So to bring in a new system, they have to destroy the old one. So guess what happens to that 401k, man? Okay? So you people thinking that you're going to ride off into the sunset, all right? You have another thing coming, man. Okay? People don't understand how the system works, man. You see? All right? All right. One more script I want to bring out. Let's go to Jeremiah. Right? Jeremiah. Let's go to verse 51. Chapter 51, verse 25. Jeremiah 51, verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain, man. The Lord's about to take this whole power structure down, man. Okay? This destroying government, man, has pretty much destroyed all of the earth, man. Okay? You see? He has made the earth a wilderness, man. Okay? This place is ghettoed out, man. You know? Okay? All right? In every word of the sense, man. Okay? All right? Spiritually ghetto, morally ghetto, you know? Okay? You see? And it says, and they shall not take thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundation, but shall be desolate forever, saith Yahweh, man. And you're not going to be able to put any stone together, man, to build any type of corner or foundation, man. You know? Okay? You see? All right? The great chief cornerstone, man. All right, it's coming to lay this place flat, man. All right, it says it's going to be desolate forever. Right? Right? And it says, set up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet to the nations, prepare the nations against her. All right, and this is what's happening right now, man. Okay, because that war is going to happen, man. That is part of that manifest destiny, man. Of pretty much it says the scriptures see it, the least of the flock shall draw them out, man. Okay, so one way or the other, we're hearing wars and rumors of wars, man. Listen, they're not gonna sit here and put these chess pieces in place in that area. Okay, all right. When you want to talk about over there in the Arabian Sea and the Persian Gulf, okay, you see, all right, they're not gonna move these war assets over there for nothing, man. Okay, it's not gonna be just for a show of strength. Okay, it's gonna be exercised. Okay, and that place is gonna be a great big vacuum for all the nations to flow into, man, to get busy, man. But we also know, okay, this is all the Lord. The Lord is a man of war, man. Okay, and the Lord said what? All right, that He's doing it for pretty much to defend His heritage, man. Okay, and His people. Okay, so this has to go down. Okay, you see, this has to go down, man. This is gonna be for our favor, man. Okay, we understand that. All right, but it says, prepare the nations against her, call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat and Mini and Ashkenaz, appointed captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars, man. Okay, so these men are going to be men of war, man. Okay, these men of war, man, are going to attack. Okay, all right, and these nations, man, are Russia and Iran, okay, Turkey, okay, all the nations of that region, man, okay, are going to band together, man. Okay, right? Prepare against her the nations of the kings and the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. Okay, you see, all right. All of those break off countries, all of them countries, man, they're gonna come back together, man. Okay, you see, all right, all right. And the land shall tremble and sorrow, and every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant. Right? And it says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. Okay, you jarheads, man. Okay, you're gonna be as women in that day, man. Okay, pretty much talking to this ex-service member. Okay, proud as hell. Okay, America's not nothing to play with. This is what he said, man. And he doesn't understand that these other nations, man, are pretty much have caught up with the technology, man. They have caught up with the firepower, man. Okay, you see, they knew that this day would come, but the Lord has put it in the minds of the kings, man, to prepare for this day, man. To beat their plowshares into swords, man. Okay, you see, all right. But it says, one post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that the city is taken at one end, and the passages are stopped, and the reeds they have burnt with fire, and the men of war are frightened. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, the daughter of Babylon. Okay, you see, all right. So this is talking about this current Babylon here. The daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her. Yet a little while, and the time of a harvest shall come. All right, you see. Let's get that. Let's see if I can get that threshing floor. Let's see. Salakia. Let's go to okay.
Strong's H 1637. Goran.
The threshing floor. A void place. You know? Void. Let's see if I can come up with anything else real quick. Threshing floor specially prepared, often circular, hard surface, typically made of stone, earth, or wood, used in ancient traditional agriculture to separate grain and husk in the stalls. Yeah, you're gonna be threshed. Beating the stalks with wooden flails and driving oxen over them to loosen the grain. Yeah, this place is gonna be threshed, man. You know, all right. But pretty much, man, E is a coward, man. Failing to call out the elephant in the room. Okay, and the least of the flock is gonna draw them out, man. Okay, and it's gonna be to their destruction at the end of the day, man. All right, so pretty much I'm gonna end it there, and I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rukak Wadash, Shalom.